speaking to Bryce Darling, who is a new programmer with our team. So we will talk about some of your history and things you're doing before you came here.
All right.
Yeah, so your history with game development.
Yeah.
Take us back.
Let's see. Game development goes back a really long time for me, at least as an amateur. Started making like Quake mods like way back in the day. Worked on one called Urban Terror. I just made like textures. I did artwork stuff for it, so totally not programming related at all. A few years after that, I kind of got the hook, got the itch for programming, and went down that path instead. Professionally, I worked on Firefall, so I did all the UI for Firefall for the last like year or so. And yeah, I'm going to be doing more UI here.
Yay. I hear you've contributed to the downfall of humanity by adding to the creation of evil machine overlords. Why did you do this to us, Bryce?
Control, power, domination, money, the usual.
Okay.
The usual. No different than any other criminal out there.
Are you enjoying the fruits of your spoils?
No spoils yet. It's not like some people at least.
Right. Tell the community what you've done.
Sure. So before I got into game development professionally, I did a bunch of machine learning and pretty much worked on making Skynet. No, not really. But yeah, just machine learning, basically teaching machines how to recognize patterns. And the big thing that I worked on was like analyzing text for sentiment. So you take, for instance, someone's tweet or someone's Facebook post, and unbeknownst to them, you determine is this positive, negative, happy, sad, angry, and yeah, classifying stuff. That was the big part of it.
Can you then filter it? I only want the happy tweets.
You can filter it and decide how you make more money off of it. Welcome to business.
So what path led you to gameplay engineer?
To gameplay engineer, I mean, playing games and making games, I guess, is the simple, straightforward answer. I think like everyone else in the office here, I'm a MMO addict. I've been playing MMOs since I was like 11 or 12 or something like that. It's been a long time, and I played MMOs for a really long time, and then eventually you see the patterns in them, and you see, oh, you know, I'm always doing step 1, then step 2, then step 3, and so I started to automate that stuff, and I wrote bots. Kind of a questionable territory for some, but yeah, I wrote bots, EVE Online, Team Fortress 2, Global Agenda, lots of popular games people play, and Anarchy Online.
You might have bought for Anarchy Online.
Lots of MMOs. Yeah, my Anarchy Online was incredible. I had 4 different clients of the game running at one time on one computer. I had like a doctor on one, a tank on another, right? The whole like team archetype set up, and I didn't touch them once. They would just play, and I played my other character on my other computer. He'd like run around with them, but yeah.
You are meant to be a programmer.
Yeah, it's automation is what it is, really. That's the draw, is like, I do something manually so many times, and I'm like, oh, I get the idea here. Like, this is pretty obvious now. You know, EVE Online, your ship, you're going back in and out and transporting materials and mining, and it's like, okay, I've done this a few 100,000 whatever times, and you kind of figure how to pick apart things like the UI and the gameplay and how to automate it.
Efficiency.
So, yeah. Kind of a dark territory, but hey, that's how I have fun playing.
Just told the internet. It's on you now.
Yeah, well, I'll try to do my best to make our game not bottable in that case.
That's a good point, too. You can now prevent such
now that you know how to attack, you know how to defend, kind of thing.
Well, hopefully this game will not be the sort of game where you're just like, oh, I'm grinding again. I mean, we've been pretty clear about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. All right, can you tell us what you're working on right now?
Sure. So right now I'm... my first project, actually, has been to take the in-game chat and start to expose it out of the game. And I'll be doing this for other things in the game, too. I don't know if I'm allowed to mention these ones.
Mention it and we'll see what happens.
All right, cool. So this is the first one. This is like the proof of concept of, like, can we take in-game systems and expose them out of game like that? And it's gone really well. This has all been server-side stuff. The part that I started on today was the UI side of it. So both of those sides of it are going really well, and we're going to basically take the chat and put it on our website. So you don't even have to have the game client installed, and you'll be able to go in and you'll be able to use our chat, talk to your friends that are in game, and completely ruin your productivity and the rest of your life. So you're welcome, everybody. And The next part of it is going to be character creation. So right now, character creation is pretty simple and straightforward, and we're going to basically be completely redoing that and
make it not simple and straightforward any longer.
It's going to be more complex, but it's going to be the complexity everybody wants, as opposed to right now it's just like choose a realm, choose a name, go. Like, it's going to have a whole lot more to it than that. So sure, not as simple, but not as simple in a good way, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And that'll be the same thing where it's like, first I'll start out building that in-game, and then the goal hopefully is that I don't have to do a whole lot to then expose that out of game. So you won't need the game client, and you'll be able to create a character and start doing theory crafting of here's my stats and here's my other systems I get to work with basically to change how my character's created.
Yeah.
Race, class, all that good stuff. Yep.
So you want the website to be a real mainstay to people that are playing and have them be able to communicate outside. And
yeah, absolutely. To get a good bit of the game that isn't actually killing people outside of the game.
Now,
yet at least.
I don't know if there's been any definitive decisions on if different realms can speak to each other or not. But is that something that you're going to have to worry about? People, I guess, looking for ways around, using kind of ways to try to circumvent some of the things that we implement? How are you going to prevent that?
I don't doubt that people will try and do that. And my response is, come at me, bro. Like, the thing is secure.
Never say that to the internet.
Absolutely say that to the internet, because the more people come at me, bro, the more problems I find and fix before the game's released to the entire world, and then I have a whole lot of people coming at me, bro.
You'd like them in small batches.
I would rather find our problems early and often and get those things cleaned up. But yeah, I mean, the whole idea is basically your realm will have like its own chat room, if you will, and you'll talk to that chat room, and I don't doubt that people will try and make a character that's like a TDD and go try talk on a Viking channel, but the whole idea is that we prevent that from happening, so we'll see how it goes.
Past games you've played, you've talked about MMOs and things of that nature. I believe you've played some PvP as well.
Yeah.
How do you feel like that as a hardcore PvPer, now that we're in RVR with this game, what do you want to see happen in this game, maybe using some of the thoughts that you've had learning from your previous ones?
Team play, team interaction. It depends. Like, I don't play too much solo play. I play a lot of healer classes. I play a lot of support classes. Everyone wants to go kill something, and then you have a bunch of people that want to kill each other, and then there's the one guy that wants to keep everyone alive, and so, I don't know, you can change the whole dynamics of the game by being more support-based and more team-based, I think. I played a lot of 8-mans in Dark Age. I played with KOS on Hibernia Lancelot, so like I know the 8-man thing, and that's what I'm looking forward to most. I don't like Zergs, I don't like unorganized, and I think solo play has a certain time of day when the server's like, and it's in its downtime and it's less prime time play, and it's cooler, like hop on your stealther character or whatever it is and go backstab some people. But I think for the most part I like team play and 8-mans and stuff like that myself.
Do you think that having the options for the chat on the website and such like that will build sort of a team play aspect where people are going to say, oh, let's all get together at 8 p.m. and we're going to do this, and plan like giant events and things of that nature? Absolutely.
I hope that it ends up being a really useful tool for individual players, but guilds or whatever we end up having to whatever groups of people to help communicate with each other. Hey, I'm not going to be on tonight, but I'll be on tomorrow. Let's do our raid tomorrow, that kind of thing, or whatever it is. So I mean, not everyone can have the game client on every machine they're on all day, and I think this will be a really good way to allow people to have that communication that they couldn't have in a lot of other games otherwise.
Yeah, well, builds that realm pride for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, thank you, Bryce.
Yeah, thank you.
Always good talking.
Absolutely.